Welcome to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz.
And I'm Jan Eric Frank. Good afternoon.
And we are live from the CTV studios here in Wellington, Florida. We're at the Grand Champions Polo Club, field number 4 for the 2023 Sieber Memorial. Continuation of the 12-goal Sieber Memorial. And a beautiful afternoon here in Southern Florida. I hope you enjoyed our earlier games today as we had 2 high-goal games from the World Polo League and the Founders Cup. And now we're going to end our day, a triple header, with some 12-goal polo. And I love this 12-goal league, Jan Eric Frank.
And so do I, and I'm sure this will not disappoint. So make yourselves comfortable wherever you are watching on CTV Sports as the players are about or as the umpires are about to throw the balls into play. Let's start with the 2 umpires. Pepe Araja and Roddy Matthews are your 2 mounted officials this afternoon. And let's go straight into the 2 teams. In the white shirts, that is Team Newport at number 1. Gene Goldstein coming in off 0 goals. Then 2 5-goal players. Juan Monteverde at number 2. Michel Dorignac at number 3. And the very strongly playing 2-goal at 4. That is, of course, Ted Moore. Quite on Z. And that was a stipulation which was approved by the tournament committee, allowed to be wearing a different colour pair of trousers. We quite like that here at CTV Sports. So Quite on Z leading her team will be at number 1. Alessia Zeidler coming in off -1. Then the very talented young man by the name of Joseph Schwartz, 1-goaler. Playing the number 2 position. Sugar Erskine Stewart, they call him Sugar Erskine, number 3, playing off 6 goals. And Jason Crowder, you can see him there with the strap around his helmet, playing the number 4, coming in off 5 goals. Quite on Z totaling 11 goals, so they get given a goal on handicap. Newport coming in with 12 goals.
Yeah, Quite on Z, they're coming in 0-2, so this is a big game for them. They need to win this game to keep themselves in the standings. And also on the other page, Newport 1-1. You know, they can put themselves in a very good position, or they'll be battling it out as this comes to, as these games continue. The league has been very tight, fast running, open. 12-goal polo has been turned into 16-18 at times. Both of these teams are basically play the open style. They put Gene in the front, and he was very strong in his first game, scoring goals, 3 of them. And Alessia Zeiler will pull the team for hers in the black and black. I like the black trousers with the black jerseys today. It's going to be fun watching this game, as we've seen a couple different teams play. The Dundas team also was style in the black.
Absolutely, and it does look very, very good. But just to latch on to what you were saying there, Dale, as you were just talking about how these teams have fared so far. You mentioned Newport 1-on-1. Remember, they won their first game against Dundas. Juan Monteverde there scoring the goal in overtime, making it 10-9. Their second game they lost to Woodmere, also very close, just by 1 goal, 8-9. Quite on Z, well, as you said, Dale, they're looking for their first win, their first game. Again, a very close one. They conceded to Sen Vest Excalibur by 1 goal. It was 11-12. And in their second in the second game to Novo Polo, the final score 5-8. So they will be, I'm guessing here, Dale, putting out a very offensive strategy in this game.
Yeah, you said it, man. They're going to go for it today. And on the move, Monteverde, and he is great when he gets the polo ball. Juan inside the 60. He'll leave this one for Ted Moore. Ted overrides. Loose ball play. Gene's going to have time here. A little tap. Takes it to the inside. Pulls out the putter. Stole away by Sugar.
Yeah, nicely done here on the doorstep there, Sugar Erskine. Now then, Sugar will just have a little look up to see where he can play it to. Now, don't be surprised if that man with the number 4 in the dark shirt, about to touch the ball now, Jason Crowder. We've come accustomed to him changing his helmet halfway through a game.
Helmet, jerseys, he changes it all. Whatever works for him, man.
Little backhand shot now once again. The boys in white. Newport here on the move. Nice pickup here by the number 3, Michel Dorignac. Across his right of way. A player shooting across there. And that will be the first whistle of the game.
So Michel Dorignac, he's the captain, and he will control the pace. He's just going to take this ball down. And watch him just take his time here. Good job for Gene right there, taking out his man, giving a clean route. He actually went to Crowder. So well done, Goldstein. Dorignac, knowing that he had a clean route to the goal, just waited there, and he's going to catch the player falling across the right of way after they make a play on the ball. inside the 60, they'll move that down to the 30-yard mark for our first open goal penalty, 30 yards. It'll be Dorniak.
Looked pretty straight from where I'm sitting, Dale. So a cracking first goal here. Penalty 2 conversion for Michel Dorignac. And with that, of course, gets the equaliser. Remember, Kwaitonzi coming in off 11 goals were given a goal on handicap.
To the build on that 1-goal handicap, we will be using the courtesy change. We are not using the challenge system for the Sieber Memorial. We are using the triggers. All the triggers are in place. We'll talk about the triggers as the game goes on here. Fill you in on how they're used and when they use them.
So back to the halfway line they go. The clock ticking down, coming up to the 4-minute mark here in this opening chukka. Nice little touch, or an attempted touch there from Alessia Zeidler. Trying to pick that ball up on the near side. Gets another little chip shot up to the front door. Now then, can Zeidler get round the bend here, or round the curve? As she went for that shot, but it's intercepted, picked up by Juan Monteverde. And you said it yourself, Dale, once he has the ball, he is definitely a man to keep a close eye on, as they all go charging down the field now over on the far side. Nice little stop there from Jason Crowder. Just picking it up, or trying to pick it up before it went over the back line. We'll have another look from the drone.
As that ball carries, and we'll line up for a knock-in for Kwaitonzi. They're going to get a courtesy change here with 3:10, right around 3 minutes on the clock.
Well, what's so special about this tournament, we've mentioned it on a few occasions already, is that it's a very special tournament, this Sieber Memorial. It is named in honor of a polo player by the name of Robert J. Sieber Jr., who unfortunately lost his life in a polo-related accident back in 1984 on the 22nd of August up at Oak Brook, Illinois. He was only 29 years of age, but his legacy very much continues here with this annual tournament. The tournament was first created back in the day by the Oxley family, and it was played firstly also at the now defunct Royal Palm Sports Club in Boca Raton, and later resurrected by Mark and Melissa Ganzi, which is where they brought it here to Grand Champions Polo Club. And as we've mentioned before, as a little bit of a snippet of history, the last game ever held at Royal Palm before it was closed was actually the Sieber Memorial. And what makes it so special this year, Dale, is that we have a total of 4 women playing in the Sieber Memorial, including, of course, the very, very talented Hope Ariana. We've seen her play very, very well, scoring 8 goals in one game. Mia Cambiaso, Sarah Siegel-Magnus, and, of course, on the field here this afternoon, Alessia Zeidler. And that should...
Very strong field of ladies players playing here in this tournament. Yeah, they had the opportunity to talk to the Ganzi family, and actually they to Rob, John's brother. And John, he comes out to all the games. He'll be at the finals every year.
Looking forward to seeing him.
Yeah. No, he said he wanted to thank the Ganzi family for putting this on. You know, it means a lot to the family. The horses are great. The players are great. I want to make sure special thanks to all the players and sponsors and captains. People do not know what they go through to put their team together to play in a tournament like this. And they were a huge polo family. I grew up around the Sieber family, Yan, as a young player, a young polo player, young kid learning to ride horses at the Royal Palm Polo Ground and the Oxley family. So it is a very special tournament here for us at the Grand Champions Polo Club. Every day is special. Look at this. Alessia Zeidler on the move. And as I told you, she will pull the team, picked up and controlled now by Ted.
And he will just turn that one on the back line. Nicely done. Cuts to the outside towards the boards. Clever play here by the 2-goaler Ted Moore. Zeidler obviously in pursuit. And she got herself in a very comfortable position there. She would have liked to have seen her put that one up through the uprights. But now, once again, left 4. Highest handicap player on that team, Kwaitonzi, Sugar Erskine. Intercepted once again by the number 2, Juan Monteverde. Sends that ball deep down the field, looking for and finding Goldstein. Now, we know how dangerous Goldstein can be and has proven to be exactly that in front of goal. This time he gets a challenge from Crowder. So Quiet on Z once again dodging a bullet. It is 1 goal apiece. If you've just joined us, we saw a goal there from Michel Dorniak in the first half of this chukker just before the courtesy horse change. And of course, Quiet on Z were given a goal on team handicap, which is why we have a 1 goal each on your screens. Crowder stops, turns, leaves this one behind. Both teams not yet, I think, fully in sync with each other.
A neutral polo being played in the beginning here, Jan, as they kind of feel each other out. The wind settling out there. If you look at the flags in the background here, it's been playing in the middle of the field here. Turned around by Jason now on the gray pony. He's going to try to work this one down by himself, looking for the big ball for Alessia. It's going to go deep. And remember, Ted, a former 5-6 goal player in his day, played a lot of polo against Ted, and with him, he will play a deep back. Good ride-off here by Joseph Schwartz, but stolen away back by Michel Dorniak. Sugar's going to choose here now. Does he take him? Well done. Good communication here by Quiet on Z as Schwartz will back it up down the boards, but nobody home. Sugar's going to come in, try to seal it away from Monteverde and Juan. He'll work it back across the center. He's got Ted going forward, and you'll see this all day because Ted will go on the offensive attack as the Newport team with Goldstein will use the 4-player rotation. Alessia's going to have an opportunity here on the good little pickup. She moves it forward. They come together. Crowder's going to go one-on-one with Dorniak. Now he needs to give him one play, and it'll be Michelle.
Excuse me, Dorniak sends it up the field. Nicely done. Picked up by Monteverde. Monteverde extends it. Nice pass here. Oh, a little bit of a top shot on that ball, but Monteverde supporting Jean Goldstein once again from the second row. Oh, nicely done. Open backhander. You see that kind of a shot in tennis. Joseph Schwartz just cleaning up nicely, as that ball was definitely goalward bound. Ted Moore gets it off the boards. Little under the next shot there once again from Crowder. Now then, Schwartz, he's going up. They're all moving up here for Quiet on Z. Oh, no, they're moving up to the end of the line because it was chukker.
Yeah, I think Joseph had the breakaway and then time ran out, so that'll end it right there. We'll see where they decide to place the ball, but that will be the end of our first chukker. A great shot there of the Grand Champions Polo Club. That is Lake Worth Road to the left where all the World Polo League flags are flying. So if you're new to the area or if you can understand where we play polo here at the Grand Champions Polo Club, field 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 right here in this area. Stay with us. We'll be back for our second chukker play on CTV Sports.
There's something about when you get up early, prep the plane, and you take off, and you get that first light of day. And the air is crystal smooth. You can see forever. You have to have the right aircraft for the right flight with the right crew up front. Only NetJets can do this. The flight dissolves into the background. It should just be the here and now.
good afternoon, and welcome back to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz.
And I'm Jan Eric Frank. Good afternoon, Dale.
And a good shot there of our center cam. It's my beautiful wife, Stephanie, down there working the center cam today.
I thought that was her.
I miss her. She's out in the field down there. We're live from the CTV studios, and this is the Sieber Memorial. And the Newport team in the white jerseys today. They either were white or blue. They're 1-1, and quite on Z in the dark jerseys that I got the black pants on. We have the variants from our tournament committee, as teams may choose what colors they like to wear, and we love that new variants that the tournament committee put together. And a big game here for quite on Z, 0-2. They need to get a win here, and Newport can set themselves up. And I was just going through some of the stats here from some of our games, as we will be giving you halftime stats. And again, Goldstein scored five goals in 2 games. So they need to get Gene involved. And when they get him up in front, this team does very well. So let's see if they can open it up and get him pulling the team. And the same thing with Alessia Zeiler. When she gets up in front, pulls the team, teams line up. Right now, it's been a battle in the middle as Crowder's going to move this one down the field.
Well, he tried to, didn't pick up that ball the way he would have liked, but I'm sure, and there is the pass coming up to the front door. And, of course, very nice to see also that young man, excuse me, with the long hair, Joseph Schwartz, getting, excuse me, very much involved. I remember he won the MVP award at the last PTF, the Polo Training Foundation, the Avendania Memorial. Coming up very strong is this young player, of course. And for him, another big notch of experience here. Quickly taken by the number 3, Sugar Erskine. Sends it over to Zeidler. Zeidler, good first touch. Very solid here now then. Round the outside she goes. Again, a good second touch. Now, where is that next player? Joseph Schwartz, a bit too far outfield to pick that one up, even on the near side, as Newport once again have possession. But this is what I meant about him getting involved. I like the tenacity here and the commitment by that young player, Joseph Schwartz. Again, Newport steals the ball, gets that nicely up and over that halfway line. A run here now for Ted Moore. He's out in front. He's only got Schwartz to contend with. The under the next shot, or will he try and tap it in? Well, Schwartz got a piece of that, nicely timed on the hook. Gene Goldstein wanted to pick up that loose ball, but once again, it'll be cleared by Jason Crowder.
Yeah, good teamwork here by the Newport team, moving the ball down the field. And not much luck once they got inside the 60. But then the energy changes and heads towards the east, and Zeiler will get a piece of it. Joseph's going to have a busy day playing in the middle of this team on Newport because he's playing against Monteverde and Michelle Dorniak, and they are a dynamic duo in the middle. He's got the energy to do it with Crowder. Back down the far side, looking for Gene. He's going to get hooked out of there. Now time for the Newport team, but once again, a solid stand of defense by Quite on Z around the 60-yard line.
Yep, because you saw that Ted Moore was just going through. Now it'll be the attempt, and he will score on this occasion. Juan Monteverde, we spoke about him in the first chukker. Very, very dangerous, especially in front of goal. And he does not waste this opportunity getting his first of the match.
Yeah, Dorniak doing a great job working for his number 2, making some ride-offs and some hooks. Juan Monteverde, very strong with the polo ball, these short little plays like this. I like watching Juan play. He picks a perfect little play to sneak away from Crowder. He'll change that helmet after this chukker, after that play. And he'll come out with a new thinking bonnet.
Yeah.
Something that'll get him going. But we will get a courtesy change or a timeout here with looks like 4:17 down.
Yep, indeed, 4:17. And you can see, as you said it, Dale, a beautiful afternoon as the sun slowly begins to set here on Field 4 at Grand Champions Polo Club. I've got to tell you, just like in the morning, sort of 6:30, 7 o'clock is also a beautiful time to want to be outside and to enjoy what nature has to offer. And look at that. What a great photograph opportunity this is. Back to the center they go then. The clock ticking down. We're down to a little over 4 minutes left to play here in chukker number 2. 2-1. Still no actual score for Quite on Z. They were given a goal on handicap. We have a whistle on that play as Jason Crowder came down the line.
Yeah, quite on Z's just going to hit the ball down and try to line out. Sugar gets hooked. Crowder just follows the play and catches Monteverde on the turn to the right. And they will drop the ball. See, maybe they're having a discussion on this. Did we see that's what it looks like? That's probably going to go to a courtesy change with 4:01 on the clock. We'll see what they decide, where they decide to place this ball. Remember the turn. You are allowed to turn the ball on the polo field. You're not allowed to turn the ball when the player's following the right of way within 2.5 strides, horse lengths, coming down the line. Get a little safer when we get in the 6 goal because remember, we cover everything from 6 to 26 goals here on CTV Sports. We try to break those plays down for you when we have the 6 goal, which I believe we're final tomorrow.
We do indeed. 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Yeah, thanks for pointing that out, Dale. Tomorrow morning, the action continues literally from 6 to 26 because we start with 6 goal in the morning, the final of the Halo 6 goal polo trophy at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. So a good excuse to skip church. And then we go straight from 6 to 26 at 1 p.m. tomorrow afternoon in bracket 1. Make sure you tune in for that. Pampanote Biotricity will be taking the stage tomorrow against Richard Mille. That is the 1 o'clock game. And then, of course, 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, our featured game of the week. So another great triple header coming your way here and only here on CTV Sports.
Yeah, that's going to be a big game. Wakas Al Sadiq bringing his team, his Biotricity team. And they're going up against, runners-up in the All-Star Challenge. And they're dialed in. They had a very strong game after losing the All-Star Challenge. They came back ready to go. We figured that would happen. They had the Casablanca team took home the trophy, and that Richard Mille team, Pablo McDonough and Alejandro with Gonzalito and Gilberto came back very strong. Here we go. From the spot, penalty 60. Penalty 4, Sugar Erskine. And a very well-hit ball hit by the Sugar Man to get his first goal today.
Indeed. Sugar Erskine there, Stuart Erskine, picking up the first goal for Quiet on Z. And, of course, with that, we have a set of 2s plus the third chucker, so 3 2s on the scoreboard. 3:40 on the clock as the players come back down on the halfway line, ready for Pepe Araja to throw that ball into play. Now, remember, of course, after this next chucker, not this one, but after chucker number 3, and we've been having a lot of great feedback here from people all over the world. Make sure you stick around for the halftime stats, which we will, of course, also bring to you again at the end of the match after chucker number 6.
Monteverde's going to get the back shot, and that's a perfect pass from Dornier. Oh, he's going to open the Baymare up here. Remember, everybody on fresh legs after the courtesy change, so watch the energy get going here. Monteverde back left to right, deep neck shot coming. Saved on the end line, or did it go across? No, he's going to get that one. Yeah, the high flag as he just trickles over the end line as I thought Sugar might get back to it here. Watch the replay. Monteverde, he has no goal to shoot at. Just a little bit, just tough luck there. Sugar almost had an opportunity, but that ball is going to trickle across the line. Juan's going to shut down here and just pull out the putter.
Nicely done. Very nice. We've seen a few of these goals being scored with the most incredible angles.
Today was crazy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is like the third or fourth we've seen where there's only like 6 to 8 inches of goal to shoot at.
On the move, Gene Goldstein over on the far side with Sugar Erskine. Down comes the hammer on the near side. He saw Crowder had turned. Good coordination and communication between the number 3 and the number 4. Crowder, nicely done on the near side. Now he just needs to get past one more player, and he will do everything he can to take him out of the equation. Good riding, very good defense here by Ted Moore, because look at that. Crowder not able to finish what he started. So clever defensive play by the man with the number 4 in his shirt, Ted Moore. And now they turn things around very nicely. Gene Goldstein playing the number 1 shirt, a bit of a bouncing ball, trying to correct himself. And, of course, straight behind him there, Sugar Erskine stops, turns, has a little look up. Once again, looking to send that ball towards the boards where Crowder is waiting. Now then, we've had a bit of a groundhog day. This time he's going to choose to play the ball infield. Nicely done, that rotation. Well, it looked very good, and it will work if Erskine can pick this one up. He can. Controls it very nice. In comes the challenge from the number 3, but it was a little too late because Sugar Erskine, after that great combo with Jason Crowder, picking up his second goal.
Yeah, I like seeing Sugar go forward, so I'm impressed by the offensive attack here. Leslie's going to jump into the rumble seat. She's next if they need her. This is the butter play by Sugar. He just drags it to the inside. Watch this. He just drags it to the right and lets the momentum take the ball in. Perfectly played. Well done on the four-legged athlete there. Sugar's horse very strong against Dorniak on the great pushing against him, trying to push him over. They were going at it, but Sugar wins the ride-off and the goal. And look at this. We got a tied game here in our second chuckers. We clicked down our final 30 seconds.
Down to 25 to be precise over on the far side again. Crowder now. Can he put up another one before they go and change ponies for that third chucker? Crowder. Yeah, but you see, he's so clever and so quick is that Juan Monteverde. A little bit of a bouncing, jumping pony there. Michelle Dorniak will clear it, and I'm sure both teams will not have a problem if they can leave the field with this scoreline. Crowder wanted to send that one into another postcode, or as you say around here, another zip code, but that will be it for chucker number 2. 3 goals apiece, all to play for when we come back in just a few moments. So stay with us right here, CTV Sports.
We're here at the Santa Rita Polo Farm where the PTF Polo ASSN Junior Tournament is being held for the first time ever at this location. And I mean, could you get a more beautiful venue? Probably not. The tournament includes players of all ages, starting with the youngest at just 2 years old and the oldest at 20 years old. So you've got all ages, all skill levels, and a whole lot of fun. Let's go check it out.
It reminds me of my days when I was in that position playing the kids tournament, and for us it meant the world. So I'm very happy to be here supporting my son and other kids as well, because I think they really enjoy this, and for them it's even more important than for us probably playing the 26 or the 22.
Well, that's a wrap on the PTF Polo ASSN Juniors Tournament at the Santa Rita Polo Farm. So much incredible talent coming up through the ranks. The future is certainly bright for the sport of polo. Now, for more information on the PTF, head to polotraining.org. And, of course, head to Chucker TV for all of our awesome content, including full game broadcasts.
Third chunk of action, 2023 Sieber Memorial, live from the Grand Champion Polo Club, field number 4. Afternoon game, our final game of the day, triple header today. We had two, you can go back to the, Facebook. You can check out those platforms and all the YouTube channels. Check out CTV YouTube and Chucker TV YouTube, and also tell a friend. That's all we ask. Tell 2 or 3 or 4 or 100 friends.
Exactly.
Depending on how many you have. A lot of people have a lot of friends.
We'll tell your enemies as well then.
And then battle against it. We're going to tell a friend that we love the polo. Well, so the great chucker here by Quite on Z.
I was just about to say things really got heated up here towards especially in the second half after the courtesy change. 2 goals apiece in that second chucker. So this Sieber Memorial 12 goal again. Delivering what it promised to do. 3 goals apiece. We are about to start chucker number 3. A very warm welcome if you have just joined us. Newport in white, Quite on Z in the all black and blue. And here we go then. Ball's back in play. Picked up here by the number 3, Michel Dorignac.
Dorignac. Gonna use Ted going forward quick, and he got Gene going forward, and this is what they want. Gene, nice little play here by Monteverde. Gets it out in front. Now Goldstein, the approach, the shot, and that's going to be the high flag all day long. Yeah, Gene Goldstein. As I said, get Gino pulling the team. We call Mean Gene the goal-scoring machine when he gets moving, and this is a great pass by Monteverde. Gene with the perfect approach shot, and then an amazing finish there, and that's just what he needed to get Gene going. He loves to pull the team. He's got very strong, fast horses. He will come back and play the defense side, but that is his forte.
Yeah, cracking goal. Superb goal. Well done, Gene. And that, of course, puts his team back in the lead by 1, 4-3. Now let's see how the boys and, of course, the young lady in blue and black will respond. They've won the throw-in. Already a good start by Sugar Erskine, looking for, and that combo seems to be working very well. Erskine and Crowder. Crowder, will he put the number 4 up on the scoreboard for his team? Just wide.
Wow, but they are connecting. You're right, Jan. They are passing the ball well. Joseph, he works hard in the middle. You don't need to worry about Joseph. He's going to keep moving. And as I said, Alessia Zeiler, she'll play the front. If she needs to rotate to the back, she will. So both teams seem to be gelling very well here before the end of the first half, which is going to make for a very strong second half. On the far side, Erskine. Sugar's going to drag it back and control here, regroup. He's got Alessia in the middle of the field. She's going to wait and see where Sugar decides to go. Now she's going to go forward. There's the pass for Alessia. She says, you got it, Sugar, I'm going. Sugar will take it forward once more. Now to Alessia Zeiler. Good pick up here. She'll take it over into the 60. And, looked like it was going to be a back shot there, but a little pump fake. I don't know how he does it. Monteverde. He's going to keep it out in front one. Sugar looking for a reach there, but they're moving there. They got Goldstein by himself.
On the move, Gene. Slightly topped it. Needs to slam on the brakes. Back coming also with him now, Juan Monteverde. Crowder had to and did exactly what he needed to do, which is clear that ball, but the danger is not yet controlled and contained as Monteverde will get to that ball before Crowder does. So power play here from Newport. And that ball, unfortunately, for Newport just going over the back. But I like they've got their teeth into this game, Dale, with 4-3, and they want more.
Yeah, both teams have pumped up the volume. What do you say? Pump up the volume, pump up the volume, pump up the volume, pump. They're moving now. Everyone's grooving. They've all gone to a whole level of speed from the first chucker, Jan, and the passing has been phenomenal. Alessia's going to get another pass to the outside here. Keep it out in front of Dorignac. Well done. Just take her time. She knows not to rush there, being that Dorignac is a 5-goal player. Remember, if he goes and has to make a hook on her, she's making a great play.
On the boards then, over on the far side, Erskine beating Juan Monteverde. Now then, look at that pony open up. Absolute elegance in motion here. Still Erskine. Can he control it? Lovely steal. And if he makes this goal, that will be a cracking goal by the South African. Sugar Erskine steals the ball of Juan Monteverde and half a coast to coast, but a lot of butter and a nice piece of crispy toast.
I'm telling you, there you go. They have the speed volley. They're keeping it moving here, and both teams are using each other very well. Great goal here by Erskine. We know Sugar, the faster he goes, the better. Love the black mare right here. Beautiful. Sugar Erskine's going to ride right into your living room right there and drag that one in. Look at this, 4-4 as we go into our final courtesy change of the first half.
Indeed we do. And let me just remind you, of course, last year's winners and the winners in the year before that, so 2022 and 2021 were, of course, Team Dundas. But interesting about last year's tournament, in which Sarah Siegel, Magnus Juan Cruz, Marcos, Geronimo Obregon, and, of course, Robertito Zeda played. They were awarded a forfeit victory from Excalibur, which featured Robert Marshall, Matthias McDonough, Santi Javajol, and Martin Jauregui. When it was discovered, or when it became apparent that Javajol had used the same horses he played in a 12-goal semi-final with Novo Polo. While Javajol was a legal player substitution, and this is very important, players may not use the same horses for two teams according to the USPA rulebook, and as a result of that they were awarded the win of 2022, and as I say, also of course winning this tournament back in 2021.
Yeah, they handled it very well. Javajol had filled in for a player, and they had just misread the rule basically, but handled it with like sportsmen, and life went on. So, but a very competitive league last year, and it's gone to that level of competition. We talk about how competitive the 12-goal league is, the breeding ground for young players, and also a battle place for some of the top older players and good, strong sponsors, because you need awesome horses to play in this 12-goal, and it's showing right here with the pace that you're seeing here in the third chukker. On to Bowen after the courtesy change. Crowder, he'll move this one down the field, and that's what they've been doing. Sugar and Jason have been switching places. They're wearing the 4 and the 3, but one player goes forward, and the other, they switch back and forth, and Joseph on the rotation. Sugar now.
Has it stolen from him? Well, that's what I was wondering. Is there going to be a whistle?
Yeah, we'll break this one down here. As it comes across here, watch this ball. It's going like this first, and then it's going to come this way, and then he's going to come across that way. Sugar's going to jump on it and catch Monteverde before, as he crosses the right-of-way there on the quick line change.
So a little bit unfortunate, but Crowder saw it. He knew it was coming, and as a result of that, we have a penalty, of course, in favor of Kwaiton Z. And, and another one.
Ready to go.
Yeah. Just I need to get that out of my system. So now,
cute little hop there.
Erskine drills that one low. Well, it's still in play. Crowder wants to put a finishing touch on that. They all seem to be stung. Everybody seems to be motionless. Eventually, they continue playing with a nice little pass from the back from Ted Moore up to Gene Goldstein. Now then, we know how much he likes to also run the ball. Monteverde stays behind. Crowder just holding his fire. That ball will, I thought it might trickle or bounce over. So we have a cop on the field, a change of possession.
Cop on the pitch, and they're going to drop this one, and this is in shooting range for Sugar or Jason. It is outside the 60, so he may dribble, but Jason's going to go for the one-timer, looking for Joseph. Good positioning here by Joseph Schwartz. Pushes his man wide, leaves the ball behind, controlled by Monteverde Juan. Going to bring it back towards the boards. And Jason, Dan, hey, look at this. And then you get rotation from Ted Moore coming from number 4 position to put a ride off on Jason. Now, Alessia is going to get up there if she can get in front, but Monteverde beats her. Joseph, he's got the ride off, down control, taking on 2 players here. Shot on goal. That might go. Just off to the left.
I wouldn't mind seeing that again. That was, there really couldn't have been much in it there. But again, very, very quick that play. And Zeidler just a little bit too far behind there to pick up that ball. So once again, Mr. Ted Moore will knock that one into play. Feeds it up to his number 3. Moore now going up. There you see the rotation working very nicely. Moore once again on the touch. Good first touch. So 2 touches and the ball was over the halfway line, but it's now going to be intercepted by Kwaiton Z. Joseph coming down the line there with the number 3, with Michel Dorignac. He did well. Joseph Schwartz picking that one up and sends it back down the field. Erskine Moore will send that straight over into the back of somebody's car, I'm guessing.
We'll make sure everybody's okay there on the sideline. As umpire Roddy Matthews from the UK. Crowder, I like it. takes one step, and he's got Joseph. Takes it down past Joseph. He's in the red zone here. Oh, Joseph Schwartz. Oh, just off to the right as he makes a great play to run by Ted. And he just canes that ball and shoots off to the right side.
That is exactly what I was just thinking, because I was very impressed with his first touch. His first touch was absolutely 10 goals. His second touch also. But I think that is just down to experience and, of course, a lot of youth in that young player. But if he keeps this sort of polo up, Dale, he has a very bright future going forward.
You got to watch out because it's Monteverde on the run, and he's on the Bay Pony. And when he gets out in front, ooh.
Unlucky.
Yeah, he had the approach shot that goes off to the right side. That's going to end our first half of play as time ticks down here. So there you go, 4-4. After 3, we'll send everybody off for our, well, we're going to have a halftime break here. And, Deanne, we are going to go over and check the stats.
Here they are then.
So 4-4, and these stats should be pretty even across the board because it's been that type of game. 7-7 on shots, 3-3 on knock-ins, and so both teams shooting this exactly the same percentages. 5-4 on throw-ins. Newport going to win that by 1. Fouls committed, 1-1. Penalties scored, 1. That's as close as it gets, Shannon, Frank. So this is going to be a fun second half to see what they decide to do. Being that the stats are so close now, what do you do?
What do you do?
It's
a little bit of luck, of course,
Yep.
but I think at the moment, if both teams continue playing the way that they are, things always, as you know, Dale, it's like a box of chocolates.
It's going to be one of those.
You never know what you're going to get, so be prepared for a twist and a turn.
It's going to work its way out, so stay with us. We're going to go to a little commercial break, and we'll be back here for our second half of the Sieber Memorial here on CTV Sports.
My name is Augustine Malman. I am a chef. I trained with my uncle in Argentina in several restaurants, and now I travel the world creating unique experiences, all cooked with fire. For this event, we came from California. My team and I had some previous events there, and we traveled with my wood oven trailer and all of our grills from Santa Barbara, California. Well, when we got here, we always arrive about a week prior to the event. There's several things that we order from out of town, like the firewood. We make reservations of all of the rental items, kitchen equipment, anything we need prior to our arrival is already reserved. And then once we arrive into town, we'll source out whatever products are on the menu, like fish, red meats, fruit, vegetable, anything that we need specifically for that menu that we chose. We will source it once we get in town. My team is everything. I mean, I always tell them and to my clients, without a good team, you can't execute these kind of dinners. It takes a lot more work than what people see when they show up to the events. It takes, like I said, sometimes weeks to prepare for an event like this because we're traveling from out of town, so we have to source everything we're not familiar with. The new barn is, we're here. This is the first dinner we're doing here, so we're very excited to be here. It's amazing. It's a great place to be, and it has this inner courtyard, which is amazing to do dinners, with a special area back here behind me to do all of our grilling and the fire showcase. So it's great to be here. It's a beautiful place. It's very different being up in the mountains, but I feel with Melissa and Mark and all the events we do together, I feel like it's home. We've been cooking for them for about 4 or 5 years now. But as far as showcasing what we want to showcase and being in an incredible place like Aspen Valley Polo Club, that's no difference to Wellington. It's a beautiful place up here. It's going to be a 4-course seated meal. As the first course, we have a halloumi cheese that we sear on our fire plancha with shrimp, pine nut gremolata sauce on top. The second course seated will be a roasted beetroot salad with goat cheese and arugula, lemon zest and olive oil. And then the main course tonight will be a mashed potato, sweet potato puree with skirt steak and chimichurri sauce. My name is Augustine Malman, and we are in Aspen Valley Polo Club, one of the most beautiful places to do an outdoor fire dinner experience.
Well, welcome back to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz.
And I'm Jan-Erik Frank.
And we're preparing for our second half. A set of fours on the board. You see the scoreboard on the far side with the World Polo League flag blowing from the west to east. So a bit easier running from the west to east here in our afternoon game. But when it comes down to this game, well, that was the stats were as close as we've seen them in any game.
Absolutely. And as you said so often, Dale, the numbers, the figures don't lie. And here we have that young man we were talking about earlier who did so well picking up that, well, it was a difficult ball to pick up. He had a great first touch, a great second touch, but then, as you said, just a little bit too much power. But I put that down to youth, of course, but I do think that this young man, Joseph Schwartz, has got a very bright future ahead. One of those many players that we've seen here at Grand Champions Polo Club. As you know, Dale, I like to call it the home where the champions are born, raised, and of course bred. And he, I'm sure, will be one of those. So, as you said, Dale, three chuckers played, very, very even. The stats, as I said, as we said, don't lie, 4 goals apiece. And your question just before the halftime break was, well, what do you do from here? Well, I would say just keep doing what you're doing. Don't fix something unless it's broken. Nothing seems to be broken. It's going to come down to horsepower. It's going to come down to, obviously, the level of concentration, which you need to keep at a very high level, especially at this 12 goal, which, as we've so often said, is more like a 15 to 18 goal type tournament. So let's see if we see any unforced errors by either of these two teams. But it's going to be an exciting second half here at the Sieber Memorial 12 goal.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see the Newport team using Gene a bit more. And I'm talking about the big ball, not the short pass to him. A couple of plays he's had were short passes to Gene, and then Gene took the ball himself. I wouldn't be surprised you'll see Michelle and Ted and Juan maybe just releasing to get him out in front, spread, maybe to spread, and not just to get Gene running with the ball, but to try to spread out the opposing team, the Quite on Z team, get them spread out. Because at the moment, Sugar and Crowder in the middle, they're playing the give and go. They're not playing the big ball.
No.
Alessia, she's doing a little rotation. She's getting the short pass also. She's not getting the big pass. The 3, the 4, or 5 she's been on have been shorter passes to her. And then Joseph's doing the working, and even when he got his passes and had opportunities, they were short passes. They weren't big passes. So if you can spread them out a little bit, that'll work toward their benefit. On the other side, you know, don't be surprised maybe if you don't see maybe the Quite on Z team even get closer, or they go the complete opposite and get Crowder and Sugar running and gunning full speed, because both of them are players that play the open style. So it's gonna be interesting to see what direction each team goes with, or if they just keep grinding it out and play the odds here. Because like you said, I mean, if it's don't broke, don't fix it. But, you know, you got to make sure that you put away some goals. There weren't that many misses by each team, so the percentages are pretty good.
Yeah, yep.
Crowd, Sugar Man giving us a peace sign there.
Yep. Well, if I was the coach, Dale, if I was coaching the Newport team, my strategy would be to do exactly that. Try and disrupt that Erskine-Crowder combo. Get in their grill as much as you can to disrupt that, which seems to be working very well. And I would also say, if I was the Quite on Z coach, I would say, well, maybe use Joseph Schwartz just a little bit more. Get him a bit more involved as a sort of plan B, because he is capable. He's very quick and obviously a very strong young player. Here we go then. Chucker number 4 has just begun. A little backhander there from Ted Moore. Let's see, as with all of our forecasts, let's see how they actually end up playing. Crowder on the ball.
Crowder's going to back one up, and this is what I talk about, the give and go from him to Sugar. Michelle reads it perfectly, though, and he'll go back to Monteverde. The two dynamic duos in the middle of the game, passing the ball very well to Aid. Here you go. Here's the first outlet pass to Gene. He overrides, had time, but Juan jumps in, and now Ted will come from the number 4 position. Big back shot there by Joseph Schwartz to take it out of the area, clean it up nicely. Sugar comes in on Michelle. Michelle, now he'll work the magic, slowing it down, walking the dog, gets help from the number 2, Juan, from a standstill. He's going to have to use it. He uses it across the center, backed up by Gene, taken out of there again by Quite on Z, and spun around and controlled again by Dorniak as he'll still work it inside the 60-yard line. Now Sugar and Crowder. Crowder's changed his helmet for you, so we'll see if that helps. And they come together and a whistle on the play.
Yes, a lot of traffic, a lot of action going on in front of that goal. But again, you know, we touched on him just now, Joseph Schwartz. He's right there working very hard, so hats off to him.
See right here, they go by. That's good communication by Sugar and Jason. You got to pick one player, so they get the player riding in from behind there. Penalty fire for the spot, though. It's going to be stolen away now by Dorniak. Dorniak's going to go to the big ball. This is what I want to see. He's going to find Monteverde. Good D by Joseph.
Yep.
He'll back it up there, and they're going to get a foul on the play, or a whistle on the play anyways, as Schwartz and Monteverde come together. So we'll take a look at this one as they come together. Keep an eye on the right side of your screen right here. That's where they're at right there. And right there, they kind of come together uneven.
Yeah.
So which player was uneven? Which player created the danger will be the question. In this case, they're going to say that the black team, or the blue team, black and blue, Quite on Z in the dark jerseys, and Newport in the white jerseys. Uneven ride-off will be the play. And open goal penalty 2, and it'll be Dorniak.
No mistake at all. His second penalty 2 of the game, and the first score here in the second half, and that puts his team up by 1, 5-4 as they make their way back to the center. Excuse me, just under 5.5 minutes still to play, so a lot of time left here in Chucker number 4.
I love seeing the stat, 1 foul and 1 foul. Each team fouling only once in the first. Chucker umpire Roddy Matthews, who get him cleaned up there. He say he wants a clean lineup.
Throws the ball into play, comes out. Well, there was a touch, but only a briefest of touches. Well, that is the helmet that I've seen Jason Crowder wear most of his polo.
That's the goal-scoring helmet.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. He sleeps with that helmet.
Didn't get the memo on that one, but let's see if you are right. Oh, he saved that one, and did he ever? Well, it's definitely a goal-saving helmet, that is for sure.
Yeah, I don't know if he touched it, though. He might have. If he did, you're going to have a safety. No, it goes by him, so you are going to have the knock-in. So at least he used his four-legged athlete to block in the wall. There's the big ball. Now, Alessia a little too close here. I'm going to put her out a little bit further. Oh, well done, Alessia. Out of the air, Zeidler.
Incredible.
That is an incredible play by Alessia Zeidler to take it out of the air and get Sugar moving.
Erskine. Yeah, oh, he left that one behind. Straight away in comes Monteverde. He will pass the stick over. Nicely turned. Now then, Newport about to launch a new offensive play here. Going back to pick up that ball. See, he's working hard. Dorignac just beaten Jason Crowder to it, but that ball did not go far enough. And well, you said it, Dale, a goal-scoring helmet and a goal-scoring Jason Crowder.
I told you they come together. Good teamwork here once again by the dynamic duo of Erskine and Crowder and Jason. Whoa, man, he hit that one very good. What about the play with Alessia, though? You got to go back to that.
Incredible, yeah.
Come on, you guys got to tag that one, and that's got to go in the top 10 because she took that ball out of the air, dropped it, and got it back to Erskine so they could get the offensive attack moving forward. Well done, Zeiler. And so that'll keep us at 5-5 with 3:20. Looks like 3:28. Looks like Roddy Matthews, one of our Mount officials, is going to get off and just do a little field maintenance. Good job there. International crew of umpires working. As you have Pepe Raya from Argentina and Ryan Matthews from the UK. All work together with the World Polo League and all of the polo here at the Grand Champions Polo Club. Managed by polo manager Steve Lane, who also works as third man / IRO, embracing the technology, using different technology in different games. And we use full setup in most of our games. And the Grand Champions Polo Club going on the 16th season. 16th anniversary. Dan.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. And what Melissa Ganzi and her team have achieved here at Grand Champions Polo Club is also absolutely phenomenal. And I'd like to also at this stage, Dale, and I'm sure you'll agree with me, give a special little shout out to our surrogate mum, Lady Sharon Robb.
Oh, Lady Sharon Robb always in the house.
Watches every game, you know.
Yes, she does. She does. Critiques us, keeps us lined out, and always giving you all the information we need to know. Keep everybody involved around the world. Everybody back quickly here for the courtesy change. And again, both teams right on track on how they played the first half here. Yeah, no differences, no changes that we can see at the moment. And Gene's going to go here and pick this one up. Leslie, though, back on defense. Good movement. Big back shot here. And they're going to get Erskine going forward now. Who's got the horsepower? Erskine. Dorniak going to the speed stick. Erskine still has control. Shoots from about 80. That ball's got eyes. Sugar Erskine. Power polo at its finest.
Brilliant. Absolutely top class here by Stewart, a.k.a. Sugar Erskine, picking up his 4th goal of the game. And again, just that one goal. They started with a goal from Jason Crowder. Then Michel Dorniak came back, converted a penalty too. So just one goal in it. But, yeah, just savor this moment as he puts that one through.
Great back shot by Crowder to find Sugar going forward. You notice how Sugar goes to the man early, pushes him over. And pushed him over a good 5 yards. That way Dorniak pushes him back to the ball, gives him the ability. Oh, this is a pretty ball by Michel Dorniak. From a standstill now, you could do it, so can I. Gene's going to rotate around Monteverde once, Monteverde twice, and Juan will put one in for his team. So here you go. Quite on Z shows you a power polo play, and then the Newport team comes right back at you.
Well, that's what I anticipated, Dale, because, again, you know, those stats at the halftime, again, this is a continuation of exactly that. So 2 goals apiece here now in Chukka number 4. And both teams, I think, are having a lot of fun out there this afternoon.
Yeah, no, they're passing the ball well, working well together. Very clean, open game, even though with as much pole that speed is going on there, the teams are schooled up. They're not fouling. They're keeping each other off the line. Monteverde's going to break loose here. He's already got 1 goal in the east side. Now he'll try to go west, and he'll leave it for the maestro.
Michel Dorniak sends it back up to Gene Goldstein. Ted Moore coming in also for a piece of the action, but once again it's cleared and sent back to where it came from. Just away with it now on the move. Erskine, we had this situation only a minute or so ago. Overrides that one. Where is the next player coming down the line? It will be Juan Monteverde. Crowder appealing. Umpire not having any of it, saying play on. Little under the neck shot here. But now the late whistle comes as they picked up that ball and came back upfield.
Yeah, hustle play by number 4 in the blue jersey. That's Crowder on the gray watch. He overrides him. Watch him turn around quickly here. And when he turns around, you see Ted comes from left to right in front of him. And they're going to talk about it just to decide whether Ted was there or not. Discuss this one, the 2 mounted officials, just to see what happened. That's where they have the play, 2 players coming together. Was there enough room? Was Crowder directly on it? Did Ted come from the side? They'll discuss, and we'll see what their final decision is here with 40 seconds left on the clock. Pepe and Roddy, they are going to drop this ball in favor of Quedo Z. Erskine. It looks like he's going to tee one up here. Watch this. One-timer. He's going for Crowder. He's going to find him. And they have time here with 38 seconds. Inside, outside, ducking and diving. Crowder, wow, everybody converges. And Crowder, he's a good sportsmanship right there, just making sure everybody's okay. And we will see what they decide here. Remember, you aren't allowed to hook a player here. You got to be careful where you come from to make that hook. So we'll see if they let me to play this one, and maybe we can break this one down. Yeah, let's break it down. So keep an eye on Crowder right there. He was, well, they went in. Okay, so they're going to go for the penalty shot here. Sugar with the open goal. Timeout called. So Sugar was going to be delayed here before he hits his penalty shot. Opportunity for Quetón to go up by a goal. And wide.
Well, you don't see that very often.
No.
Not coming from Sugar Erskine.
No, especially after that one he drove home from like 80. But there you go. So that'll end our 4-chucker play. We will leave even. So stay with us. We'll be right back here for our 5th chucker here on CTV Sports.
Hi, I'm Tomacho Pérez.
Hello, I'm Nacho Figueras.
Hello, I'm Martín Muñoz.
I'm Gonzalito Pérez.
I'm Alejandro Novilla Estrada.
Hello, I'm Nacho Novilla Estrada. I make goals and here back in Aspen.
All right, so we're going to start our 5th chucker off with a knock-in. And there's Ted Moore. Great seeing Ted Moore back playing here at the Grand Champions Polo Club. Ted Moore, his father, such a great man. He just was a sensational guy. When I first started playing polo back in the day, he was very helpful in with the Broadacre Polo Club in Oklahoma and just helping young players out. And so the Moore family. So it's great seeing Ted back here, and he's playing great polo here this season. He's on the move right now.
Yeah, but so was the number 3 there, Sugar Erskine. And we know that he is, of course, an all-rounder. Seen him score a couple of great goals, 4 to be precise so far, played in the first 4 chuckers of this game. You join us now here at the top of chucker number 5. And, well, Dale, looking at my score sheet at the end of the chucker, at the end of the first, 1 apiece. End of chucker number 2, 3 apiece. End of chucker number 3, 4 apiece. And they've kept that up throughout this game. So very consistent, 6 goals apiece. A long-distance shot coming there from the number 3, Michel Doignac. But this time just puts it ever so slightly out to the right-hand side. So that means, once again, Quetón with possession and the knock-ins now being taken by Sugar. And there is that duo, that combo that's working so well. Sugar Erskine and, of course, Jason Crowder.
Crowder, big ball downfield. Ted tries to go for the back shot there. He's going to leave it. And here comes Joseph. He's going to find Sugar going forward. Michelle just is going to take his time here, as Sugar had to come from right to left there on a tough play. Picks it up, turns the defense into offense, and now they got Gene going. And this is what I was talking about, Deanna, about the big, got in front. Gene takes a swipe at it. Two players override, and it'll be turned around here now by Juan. He's going to check his shoulder. Joseph's going to press him here. Monteverdi waiting for Michelle. And Joseph trying to sneak in there.
Why not?
Yeah, why not? Man, try to get a little foul based on maybe where the right of way was. They hit that one down into a group of players, and then the whistle sounds. So here's Michelle, and you're going to get the sandwich right there.
Yep.
Or it looks like a sandwich, but we'll see if they made contact. And if they did make contact, then you will get the penalty shot. If not, it will go the other way. Yeah, just communication right there. Leslie was coming from one side, and another player coming from the other side. Kind of rode Ted off in the middle. Not much danger, so they're not going to move that ball. It's just going to be right around the area it was, but it was down inside the 60. I think right around the 60. Now it's going to be an open goal. So it'll be Dorniak to take the lead.
Yeah, no mistake there. Classic penalty two here. His third, no less. Michel Dorniak. He scored a penalty two in the first and again in the fourth, and now here in the fifth. So he'll be happy with his 3 goals so far. And as you said, Del, brings Newport back in the lead by 1 goal, 7 goals to 6.
Yeah, well, both teams having opportunities from the line here. Sugar hitting his just off to the right. Michelle putting his perfectly. And back to the Bolins here. Joseph.
Yeah, getting more and more involved. I like that. Joseph Schwartz, like I said, very keen, very hungry. And obviously for him as a 1-goal player, anything that he plays, of course, is a very valuable notch on his belt here in the form of experience, especially playing with people like Jason Crowder and Sugar Erskine, of course, in that team. So I'm pretty sure, like we saw him play so well last year, he's made a huge improvement. Look forward to seeing again how he does next year.
Ball's going to go from right to left here. Sugar on the near side. Gene can go offside there, but he just elected to stop and bounces off a player there. Comes back inside and comes off the horse. They're going to call a right away and give it back to the white. And they're going to keep their 7-6 lead here before the courtesy change in the 5th. Down the right side here, Alessia's going to go back with Gene. Gene slamming on the brakes here, goes near side. That's a nice ball, Gene. Oh, and he's going to put it away. So Alessia on the offside there. And Gene Goldstein, look at this. He knew that he couldn't do the ride-off. He goes behind on the near side. Brilliant play by Gene. That's not an easy play, and actually a great ride-off here by Alessia to take him out. Gene just slowing down and making a legal play behind her before the courtesy change.
Yeah, and you know what? 9 out of 10 players would have ever ridden that ball.
Yeah, they wouldn't have tried for it. And you also, what you need to watch out for is reaching over the back. Because if you're overlapped there, he can't make that play.
Exactly.
So he's got to pull on the brakes.
Yeah.
And like I said, Alessia actually was in a really good spot. She put herself in a good position to take him out. And I guess only thing maybe Alessia could have done is maybe make a play on the ball or just stay in there a little bit tighter till the end so Gene doesn't have the ability to go in behind her. But otherwise, good positioning by Seidler. Just an awesome finish by Goldstein.
Yeah, but now, of course, the big question is there. We haven't had this scenario. Here is the change we're talking about. What could change here in the second half? Well, for the first time in this game, Newport now have not only scored, they've scored twice. In that chukker number 3, it was one apiece, so they both scored twice, but nobody's actually ever had gone with a 2-goal cushion. So now, not just 1 goal are needed, but 2 goals are needed by Kwiatkowski if they want to keep the consistency level up. Let's have a look at the scoreboard. As you can see over on the far side, 3:39 left to play. And let's see if Kwiatkowski can pick up this throw in which they need. Well, they've done exactly that. And that is a chance here to pick up at least 1 quick goal here for Kwiatkowski. And the man to do the honours would have been Sugar Erskine.
Well, the Bay Pony, we always talk about it. What happens after the jersey change? A lot of energy, and the Bay Pony gets Sugar where he wants to be, out in front of everybody, just off to the side.
So dodging a big bullet there. Let's see if they can make it 3 in a row here before Kwiatkowski bring one back. Clock ticking down, of course. That ball will still stay in play. Once again here with the number 1, Gene Goldstein. And we know what an incredible eye for the ball he has. Could get that one off the board far enough. That ball actually jump over the sideboards. So we will have a change of possession. Quickly taken here by Crowder, and he hammers another long ball down the field, looking for, well, there he is, you see. Oh, there he is, I was going to say, Sugar Erskine. Can he redeem himself? That was a perfect pass, but then, of course, a little bit unlucky when you have a bouncing ball, and it just bounced a little bit. It was quite a high bounce.
Yeah, I thought he was going to take that one out of the air, though. He was in sync on speed. I know Sugar. He'd like to have that one back because his mare was running flat. But they're going to go the other way with it. Goldstein. Alessia applying the pressure here.
Yeah, doing a good job. Doing a very good job indeed. And that you can see there.
Goldstein gets hot. What do we call him? Mean Gene, the goal-scoring machine. And he's got it going on right now again.
Picking up his third of the afternoon. 2 goals here in chukker number 5. 1 in the third. So I'm sure he will be very happy with that indeed.
Yeah, no, adding to his tally now, making it like 9 or 8 goals. 8 or 9 goals scored in the last couple games. And again, unless they're there, Gene just very strong on his shots.
Very precise.
Precise, you got it. Put him right where he needs to put him.
Over on the far side now then. And there is that 3-goal cushion. I suggested might be the case. So now a little bit of pressure. Let's see if they can keep it together here. Kwiatkowski, still anyone's game, Dale. Don't let the 3 goals, the 2 by Gene and the 1 by Michel Dorignac, give you the idea that Kwiatkowski are not going to come back with a fight. I'm sure they are.
Yeah, and that's, you see how that one was. Sugar takes the ball down the field. Comes from left to right. Monterey's going to cross over in front. And this will be an opportunity within a minute, around a minute left here in the 5th, to get this game within 2 goals. And Sugars have no problem with that one.
So, far from over. Sugar Erskine picking up goal number 4. Beg your pardon, number 5. Remember, he scored twice in the second, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth. So goal number 5 here. And let's see if they're going to have enough time as they come back to the halfway line. You can see the clock in the background there ticking down. We're down to 40 seconds. I'm pretty sure Ronnie Matthews will have enough time to release that ball. Here it goes. And Goldstein picks it up very quickly on the near side. Gene, second touch. Excuse me, not so ideal. Once again, Sugar having to come back in defence, but there is Michel Dorignac. Now, did he overcook that one? He sent it out to the left-hand side. Not quite sure if that went through or out. Looks like it went out.
Yeah. Oh, man. He had a big window there to shoot at, too. Michel like down back. Gene, again, pulling the team out in front. So, as I said, if I was coaching them, what I'd do with them in the second half, Newport, worked really well with Gene. They got him out front, pulls the team, he gets in the comfort zone. And now they have to change up a little bit what they do. They quit on Z team. So we'll send them off to prepare for our sixth and final chucker. And we'll be back in just a moment after this commercial break.
Today's high temperature is 8 degrees above normal.
Experts are warning that if the current... Don't let them in, don't let them see. Be the good girl you always have to be. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. Well, now they know. Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn away and slam the door. I don't care what they're going to say. Let the storm rage on. Cold never bothered me anyway.
I am Nick Weaver. I am the co-founder and COO of Blue Delta Gene Co. I probably measured over 30,000 butts, 7 feet tall and 7 feet wide. Doesn't matter. It is fun making people happy. When you make a garment that fits, that's one thing. When you make a garment fit and look good, that's another thing. And we are very good at the latter. We have grown our company by taking care of people. We have grown by making jeans that fit. There are some things that will never change. Where it's made, how it's made, and who's making them. Every jean is one of one. But now we can get you measured from anywhere in the world. We have rolled out a virtual tailor system. Blown away with the technology. It's unbelievable how accurate it is. It's a quick, easy, touchless way so we can get the measurements to make you a pair of damn good jeans.
Well, Fort Chucker was status quo. Oh, look at that beautiful shot. CTV Sports. The sun sets in the west. The beautiful Grand Champions Polo Club.
Yeah, but that's the moon, Dale.
The moon is rising. The moon is rising. I know the moon. That's called full circle.
Oh, right. Okay.
The moon and the sun are at the same level right now. Yeah, and Frank, can't you feel the energy here in the CTV studios?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm with the astrophysicist Dale Schwetz, who has so many strings to his bow, and he's now. Wow, do you know the lotto numbers for the weekend, Dale?
That's why I'm going to go buy a ticket. Whenever you see the sun and the moon at the same level during the day, at the sun when the sun sets, that's when you should buy lottery tickets.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well.
So the Fort Chucker we were talking about, it came out as it was even, and then the fifth is where we get a change, and we're just called the Gene Goldstein show.
Yes.
I mean, because he was phenomenal.
He really was. That ball that he picked up when he took on Zeidler, when she did a very good job, but he just read it.
Yeah, she was working hard, huh? Well, Alessia was there to make plays. Gene just was finishing. Okay, so here you go. We'll see if they attack early. It's only a 2-goal difference here, so still a very close match. And it'll be Sugar to try to move along. Bad luck there. The bounces off his pony, but second, look at Sugar working hard now. He goes in there. Juan will come back. Move it down in between two players. Monteverde in between Sugar and Jason. They get the lucky bounce there. The bounce is off of one of the ponies. And Monteverde, very good. The polo ball in and out, ducking and diving, bobbing and weaving, and he'll get a goal right there.
Brilliant. Absolutely top draw here from Juan Monteverde. And also the footage here from the drone showing exactly how he did. Look at that, how many touches it took to do that around the outside, leaving Sugar away, then also beating Crowder and finding that little gap there. Absolutely super play here by the man with the number 2, the 5-goaler, Juan Monteverde. And that ball had already crossed the line when Joseph did get a piece of it, but it was just a little too late. So Well played indeed here, Juan Monteverde, and they are in double figures. 6:14 on the clock. Now the pressure is very much on Quiet on Z.
Yeah, I got to tell you, great footage by all of our camera team out there today in the afternoons. Yeah, and I mean, everywhere.
Yeah.
They have been awesome. End zone, center, and the drone just working so well together. Great job out there. Very strong team. And there we go. And on the bowling here again, very quick out of the bowlings. The bowlings have been fast and furious. Every time one of the team gets control of a ball, they've been running the goal or getting knock-ins. This one's going to go wide, and they're going to go to the one-touch polo as they put this one into the corner by Ted and controlled by Sugar. Erskine, he'll slow it. Monteverde knows he needs to give him a play, so he's just going to think defense. Joseph trying to get by Ted more, puts him on his hip, and then he'll change the field here. And watch the white jerseys now on the move. Good pick up there. They fall in line. They line out well here. Not the hit that Dorniak wanted. Schwartz will get in there, move it forward once, and then a little miss hit, and Ted's going to eat this one up, and you're going to get a rotation now as Gene's going to go to back and let Ted go forward. Hook in there, left in there. There's Gene. Shot on goal across the center. Moore, look for the open back shot. There it is. That ball's got eyes. Met in there by Crowder, but finished by Monteverde.
Goal number 2 in this choker. Goal number 5 in this match for the 5-goal player, Juan Monteverde. So is this possibly the beginning of the end of this game here for Quiet on Z? Because Newport, I don't know about you, Dale, but I get the feeling they seem to want it a little bit more.
Just everything's clicking. You know, it's not that I don't think that they want a little more. It's just everything is clicking for them, and when it clicks, and we left the halftime with not. There wasn't anything broke on either team. Both teams are playing very, very well. They just have it going on. Everything is working for them now. And let's see if the Quiet on Z team can just answer with some goals. They need quick goals. That ball's going to bounce off of Michelle's. We'll make sure he's okay. On the back shot there, Joseph trying to put that ball across the center. Just bad luck. Good sportsmanship, of course. Joseph Schwartz, he'll go make sure he's okay. And our Mount official to make sure that Michelle's okay. Make sure he doesn't need to be checked by one of the medics. I don't know where it hit him. Juan's going to come over and just check him out, make sure he's okay. It looks like he might get it checked. You're going to get a courtesy change here with 3:51. It'll be your final courtesy change, and that'll give Michelle a moment to gather himself, and we'll see if he's okay. And if not, we'll go ahead and take a break and make sure that Michelle can finish. He looks like he's okay at this moment, but we'll make sure we check it out.
So whilst we just sit on standby and wait for this courtesy change to take place, there it is. You see for the pony lines, they're all just jumping onto some fresh sets of legs. Let us kindly remind you of what is going on at Grand Champions Polo Club tomorrow. The high goal action continues, but not before we have a 6-goal final. That'll be coming at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, and then at 1 p.m. in bracket 1, Pampinota Biotricity. We are looking forward to seeing Wakas Al-Sadiq back on the screen, back in the saddle. That'll be coming on your way tomorrow against Rishad Milson. Make sure you tune in for that. And of course, our featured match of the week tomorrow, Brookshire against Kaya Polo. So very excited after the two games we saw today in bracket 2 of the high goal. Tomorrow, that action continues with the Founders Cup.
Yeah, a lot of polo going on. We have been covering everything from 6 to 26, and the games have been great games.
Phenomenal.
Yeah,
absolutely
we've
phenomenal.
seen special plays in all of the games. Remember, the 6th goal is only for Chukar Polo, and it's taking us into the heart of the World Polo League. And so check the scheduling on what polo you'd like to see as they change it up daily. So you can always go to gcpolo.com. And also the Polo School is in session. And we have the Polo School actually playing in the 6th goal.
Yep.
Director of Operations, Juan Bellini, playing with some pro players. Actually played with his son also, Tato Blini, who's a pro player, and a couple other pro players. But we do have some of the polo school members, students, playing on that team who have graduated to playing in more competitive polo.
Meredith Lovegrove.
Meredith Lovegrove, yep, and Haley Schaffeld. They've been switching, and we have the schools in session. So if you'd like to take a lesson based on whatever level you are at, make sure you go to gcpolo.com, and you'll find our general manager's number, Cale Newman's number on there, and Juan Bliner, Director of Operations. Call either one. They will set you up with a polo lesson. Fair play bowling here after the courtesy change based on Dorniak getting hit with the ball there. The ball was in possession of the Quaidon Z team. So they'll give the ball back to them on a fair play bowling, and away we go here with 3:35 on the clock.
Nice little open backhand, getting that ball out of the danger zone by Ted Moore. Joseph Schwartz. Yeah, you see, I like that about this young player. He's still wanting more, working very, very hard. And again, he would have picked up a lot of experience here from this game. But now, once again, there is your man, Gene Goldstein. Sugar sends it back towards that halfway line. Yeah, you see, that combination has not worked as well as it did in the first half. And maybe that's just, maybe they did hear us or me say, try and take, or try and get a little bit of an issue between Jason Crown and Sugar Erskine, because in the first half that seemed to click a lot better, and Newport have capitalized on that. But I've got to also give it to Juan Monteverde. He's been absolutely phenomenal here, especially in the second half. Now then, Joseph Schwartz looks over his shoulder. Yeah, you see, that's more like it. Calmly does it, slightly overcooked, but a nice, easy, gentle stroke.
Yeah, you're going to see the stats, so more missed goals or more knock-ins taken by the Newport team. I'm going to just guess, but you've seen that, and that's working against them here in the second half. Shots on goal. They're going to get the show. Joseph's going to come here, but he's going to foul to get there. So they're going to move that one to center. And he's moving there, you might as well go for it. It's one of those plays. If he moves a little earlier, if he gets moving earlier, he'll be okay. And but he's moving across there by the time he got to the ball. So they'll move that one to center, but it does stop the clock. So that works in favor of the Quaidon Z team. And like I said, everything just worked really well in the second half for Newport. It's not that even the Quaidon Z team changing. They added Gene in. Gina was very good scoring goals, and Ted's been phenomenal closing the back door, which makes it easy in the middle. Whoa, Sugar Erskine's going to meet this ball, and that's the way you turn the defense into offense very quickly. The layup shot's going to go late just inside the 60, and then he'll just finish it from there with a nice little tap shot. And Erskine
picking up goal number 6.
Yeah, it's for Sugar.
Now then, let's have a look.
Nice goals today.
Yeah, let's have a look at the clock. The clock, of course, now the most important player, if you will, on the field. You can see it in the background of your screens. A minute, approaching the minute and a half mark here in Chukka number 6. 4 goals at the moment is the difference. 12 goals to, 11 goals to 8. Not 12 goals, 3 goals the difference, of course. Now then, can Jason Crowder also finish strong with putting up another score before the end of the 6th and final Chukka? That one just running out of steam a little bit, as Newport will once again pick up this ball. And, of course, a lot can still happen in a minute. You'd be surprised, so you don't want to be too complacent right at the very end. As you can see here, stolen again on the halfway line. Sugar chips it over to Crowder. Didn't quite reach him. Monteverde got a piece of it. Now then coming down the line is Michel Dorignac. Well, he was a bit too far away, so once again, Sugar Erskine. But, of course, you can see the clock is ticking down. And I'm sure that both teams will know this. So Newport with 1-1 coming into this game, set out to make it 2-1, and they've done a cracking job in doing exactly that. As we see the final few images here of the closing sequence of this sixth and final chukker. So there you have it. Final score then 11 goals to 8. So congratulations, Gene Goldstein, Juan Monteverde, Michel Dorignac, and of course, Mr. Ted Moore. But a great performance also by Kwai-Tonzi with Alyssa Zeidler, Joseph Schwartz, Sugar Erskine, Jason Crowder. And here are your stats.
And there they are, 11-8, 17 shots to 16, knock-ins, 8-6. Oh, I thought there'd be more than that. Thought there'd be more misses or more knock-ins by the Newport team, but not as many as I thought, but did a better job shooting at goal. Throw-ins, possessions are big, and there's a lot of possessions there. 6 more possessions in a very tight game. That helps. Fouls committed, quite on Z. They fouled a few more times in the second half, and then that pretty even on the penalty score, 3 and 2, and mix it up. So great stats, guys. And Jan, Eric, Frank, as always, great day here at CTV Sports. And I enjoyed our day here. It was a lot of fun polo. We had the high goal, and yesterday we had the low goal. We went 6, 8, and 12, and then today we went the high goal and ended with the 12. Any last words?
Any last? Well, I hope you have enjoyed it as much as I had. Once again, thank you for having me. I'm very much looking forward to tomorrow when, of course, the high goal actually continues in the Founders Cup.
Yeah, well done to everybody here at the CTV crew. Thank you for joining us here on CTV Sports. I speak for everyone at CTV Sports. I say thank you for making us the leaders in polo broadcasting. And always remember, here at CTV Sports, we love the polo.